Next on Worcester News tonight, a warrant issued for a suspect in last week's fatal stabbing in Worcester. Police intensify their search. And is this your lucky week? The Powerball jackpot approaches $500 million. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Madison. 1 week after a Connecticut man was stabbed to death in the city, police may have a suspect in the case. According to Mass Live, authorities have obtained a warrant for Jose Morales of Pleasant Street for assault and battery with a dangerous weapon causing serious bodily injury. Police do confirm to us tonight no murder warrants have been issued in this case. Lee Arthur Daniels was stabbed after allegedly getting into an argument with someone on Main Street. His body was later found in his car in the parking lot of a YMCA. Family and friends held a vigil for him just days after he was killed. Police seized 2 loaded guns after a traffic stop in Maine South. Worcester police pulled over 29-year-old Jonathan Rodriguez Correa Thursday afternoon. Police say he did not have a valid driver's license, and when officers searched the car, they found these 2 guns, one in the car and another in the trunk. The passenger, 32-year-old Jacqueline Caban, was also arrested. A couple weeks after the Mega Millions jackpot was one of the highest in history, now the Powerball jackpot continues to rise and has many people playing their lucky numbers this week. Our Cam Jandro joins us live with a look at this week's drawing. Cam?
Andy, there hasn't been a grand prize winning lottery ticket in over 2 months. Now, as the lottery jackpot continues to rise, the Powerball is finding itself in the record books.
I wouldn't be standing here right now if I won that much money, that's for sure. Yeah, maybe I'll go buy a ticket.
Nobody claimed last night's $422 million Powerball jackpot. Now, the grand prize is up to a whopping $478 million, making it the 8th largest in U.S. history. And as the total rises, so does the anticipation.
People are excited to win because lots of people have dreams, like what to do with all that kind of money, I mean, it's just dreams, like not all the people have that kind of money,
Some people buy lots of tickets here. It's a big money. People like that big money, that's why.
2016 has been historic for the game. According to Powerball's website, this is the 3rd time this year a jackpot has made it into the top 10 in American history. The current pot has rolled over 23 times since the last grand prize winner in May. And some players we caught up with say this is just an opportunity you can't pass up.
Money itself is too big, like you can use that money for anything. And yeah, I think that's why, like money, people love money, Money makes money. That's all it is.
According to the state treasurer, an estimated $5.23 billion worth of lottery tickets were sold in Massachusetts in the last 12-month period. This surpassed the state's previous record set last year by almost $200 million. And although the odds are slim, some still have their plans if they were ever the one.
Donate some of it, a lot of it, take care of my family, travel, never work again.
I'm thinking about contributing for social work, mostly. And yeah, mostly social work, and invest maybe.
Now, the deadline for buying a ticket is this Saturday night at 10 p.m. Now, the odds for winning? 292 million to 1. Now, the chances are very slim, but there is a chance indeed. Andy, I'll send it back over to you.
Cam, I think that woman had the right idea. Never work again. I like the sound of that. So we'll see what happens on Saturday. A large part of the state is now under severe drought conditions, and it's contributing to a rash of brush fires here in central Massachusetts, keeping firefighters very busy. Our Brittany Schaefer caught up with crews working 2 different fires earlier today.
I'd say in 20 years, this is probably the worst, the driest I've seen it.
Fire departments from all around central Massachusetts were battling brush fires on Thursday.
We've actually been to this area several times for a brush fire way into the woods.
On our arrival, we found a small amount of fire in the front yard. National Grid was notified to cut the power.
A tractor trailer knocked down power lines in Rutland this morning, igniting the grass on this front lawn. Almost half of the state is now in severe drought conditions. Southborough Fire Lieutenant Christian Dano says July has been a tough month.
This is extremely dangerous. This is about as dangerous as it can be. We've gone many days without water. It's so dry. Any spark can start a fire.
The Southborough Fire Department has been battling an acre-sized brush fire near Pinecone Road for 5 days. Today's heat forced the department to call for extra help.
With the hot weather, we decided to have a strike team come out with more manpower just to help us get this thing under control.
Firefighters in both Rutland and Southborough say they probably wouldn't be battling brush fires Thursday if the area received some substantial rainfall.
It's so dry that the fire gets down into the peat moss and it pops back up.
Through the dry conditions we've had recently, the grass in the front lawn caught on fire through the live power lines down in the front yard.
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Massachusetts State Police have caught another fugitive sex offender. Miguel Villegas of Worcester was located and arrested in Newark, New Jersey today. He was wanted for failing to register as a sex offender after being convicted back in 2003 for child rape. He is the fourth of 6 wanted sex offenders to be captured since they were added to the state police most wanted list last week. A portion of Route 20 in Auburn was closed earlier today after a car crashed into a telephone pole. Auburn police posted this video on social media of the accident. It happened around noon today. Police say the driver was a 49-year-old man from Holland, Massachusetts. They say it's believed he suffered some sort of medical issue while driving. The man was later brought to the hospital. The cause of the accident is still under investigation. National Grid and Verizon were on scene throughout the day repairing the pole and power. A 29-year-old man will spend the next 3 to 4 years in prison for stealing a car with an 8-year-old inside. According to Worcester County District Attorney's Office, Richard McBride was sentenced Wednesday on kidnapping and larceny charges for the incident last July. McBride stole the SUV that was left running outside a market on Main Street. The child's father ran after the car. The girl was able to jump out of the back seat. McBride will also serve 5 years probation. Hundreds of Worcester residents are taking refuge at the city's pool at Crompton Park this week, and it's a big job to maintain the facility. Our Patricia Nicholas looks at how the city works to keep the pool a safe place to cool off.
A line outside the Crompton Park pool Thursday as dozens look for a spot to cool off from the heat.
It's a nice pool to go to if you're at the house and you have nothing to do.
With hot and humid temperatures throughout the week, the pool was filled with people. Jeff Tomeno oversees the pool. He says it's cleaned every day and pool maintenance is a priority.
Chemicals are checked 4 or 5 times a day, and our staff makes sure too if there's anything that's a danger or they see something, they notify the proper office.
Tomeno says although there isn't a time limit as to how long people can stay at the pool, the staff only lets a certain amount of people in to avoid overcrowding.
So we have staff and gatekeepers at our gate. We count the people that are entering our pool and the amount of people that are leaving our pool. So they're only allowed so many people at one at a time in the pool area.
Carmen Restrepo has been taking her family to Crompton Park Pool for the past 2 years. She says she's impressed by how it's maintained.
It's always clean, it's always taken care of, you know, and I feel pretty much safe over here.
But some pool goers have some safety concerns, pointing to a slippery area near the kids' pool.
It's unsafe. It's a lot of slipping in this pool.
Slippery spots where the kids can fall and bump their heads. My 3-year-old just already bumped his head here once, and we just got here about 20 minutes ago.
Patricia Nicholas, Worcester News Tonight.
And the city tells us they are aware of the slippery area around the pool. They say it can't be repaired until the entire pool is drained, which will happen this fall. In the meantime, warning signs are posted and a lifeguard is stationed in the area to make sure people are safe. Well, it sounds like the wave of the future, a car driving itself. But is it a reality? Many think so, and they're exploring the very possibility this week in Worcester. WPI hosting Connected and Autonomous Vehicles Summer School. The school brings college students from all over the state and pairs them with researchers and members of the automotive industry. The event explores mechanical engineering and looks at the possibility of a driverless car.
We don't create the fundamental concepts. We don't sort of push the envelope and do the high-risk research that's needed in order to create that new knowledge.
You see this with collision avoidance. with automatic lane changes, with automatic braking. So as people get more comfortable with that technology in the small, they'll become more comfortable with true driverless cars.
In addition to WPI students, there are also students from all over the state, and the event goes until Saturday. Well, if you're looking for a way to beat the heat with a little ice cream, today was the day to head to Dairy Queen. A portion of the proceeds from every Blizzard purchase will be donated to the local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. This is the 5th year Dairy Queen in West Boylston has participated in the fundraiser. The owner says more than $5,000 was raised last year.
Yeah, come by tonight, get a Blizzard for a good cause. Should be a hot one, so a good way to cool down and help a good cause.